What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this podversation. djenvy. I recently discussed him and Tyrese and that viral verbal conflict that they had on The Breakfast Club. And I shared my thoughts on that. But this isn't about that. But it's kind of ironic to me that at that time, when djenvy wanted to use his platform, that Tyrese came on for an interview. And in my personal opinion, I'm saying again, I felt like he was ambushed because he came on there for an interview and djenvy used that time as a personal moment to share his grievances, if you want to put it that way. But he pretty much said that what he felt like Tyrese did warranted him assaulting him. And I felt that was weird because this was a period and a moment where djenvy was working. He was on The Breakfast Club, which is his job. It was not his own podcast, his own platform that he owned. This is him working for a company that pays him a paycheck. So he's an employee. So whether people felt like they understood djenvy, I said then, and I still say to this day, I felt that it was inappropriate, even though I'm not a fan of Tyrese and not a lot of his actions that he's displayed, especially when it comes to his ex-wife and his child over the past several years, and how he just continues to come out and pretty much blast his ex-wife on social media. That doesn't mean that I can't say right is right and wrong is wrong. And I felt that djenvy was wrong. Just because I don't care for Tyrese doesn't mean I'm going to side with him. I don't really know anything about djenvy, but the things that I'm learning about, the things that I've been hearing over the past several months with regards to him and this lawsuit with his, I'm going to say it because he said it, but he's now trying to say that he's not, his partner, who goes by flippingnj, but legal name Cesar Pina, it doesn't sound favorable. It sounds like he was involved in some stuff that really helped him to come up. And he's even made comments about how he really came up in real estate. But based on the allegations and the lawsuits that are going on, it sounds like there were some devious things that were happening that helped him to come up in quote unquote real estate, but they were not on the up and up. So we're not talking about HGTV, the Magnolia Network. We're not talking about people who are doing legitimate real estate. We're talking about people that were just doing some business deals that, in my opinion, didn't sound like they were on the up and up in the first place. Because who's doing real estate in cash? I'm not saying that they're not cash buyers, but cash buyers don't bring cash to an individual person. That's something that you do at closings with financial institutions, yet and still, even though you may not be securing loans. But anyway, the story is that djenvy, whose real name is Rashawn Casey, is fighting to have a federal lawsuit that accuses him of real estate fraud dismissed. I'm going to put a link in the description box. Someone that I follow, actually a few people that I follow that have been breaking this down over the past several months. I'm going to put a link to one of their videos in the description box and a video to the other one's video in the description box, that is Pocket Watching with JT and What Happened to Common Sense. They have been breaking things down. But he intends and hopes, I should say, to shut down a complaint filed in the New Jersey Supreme Court accusing him of conspiring with former business associates Jennifer Pina and Cesar Pina to steal funds from two investors after promising to invest in different real estate ventures. And from what I have been told and learned, there are more lawsuits that have come since this time and possibly more to come. According to the lawsuit, plaintiffs Anthony Barone and Anthony Martini believe djenvy and the Pinas utilized the invested funds to sustain or bolster their opulent lifestyles and possibly to settle debts owed to other investors. Now, that line that was just stated there about using funds to settle debts owed to other investors, that is what we would be calling a Ponzi scheme. When you are presenting a business opportunity to some, while others have already invested and they're waiting on their returns, and then you use the money that the new investors have put in, and you are paying those other people who previously invested those funds, you're making it seem as if this is working, when in all actuality it is not. You're just utilizing the funds that you more recently received to give to those who previously gave, in hopes that others will come in and you can get money from them. And you're hoping that at some point in time, things will work out. Or maybe you know all along that it's not going to work out, but you're just going to keep trying to get people's money. So anyway, NorthJersey.com reports that it also mentions Casey's history of buying and flipping undervalued homes in the area for positive cash flow. Martini claims that he believed he held a 25% stake in this project, supported by a formation certificate and a stock purchase agreement provided by the Pinas. His investment was purportedly intended to cover costs, overruns, and initial operating expenses as specified in the legal filing. Subsequently, Barone also joined the venture, investing $500,000. Damn, like, what? Where do these people get this money from to just be given to people like this? But anyway, he invested that amount for a hopeful 12.5% ownership, which equated to half of the initial investment and stake Pina requested, which was $1 million for a 25% ownership. The plaintiffs claim the Pinas forged Martini's signatures on other documents related to the property. Both men were informed that the Taylor apartments would need renovations to be completed in 2022, but between 2020 and most of 21, only the foundation had been laid. They claim they repeatedly demanded their money back, including $300,000 that Barone invested in the Pina's real estate company, flippingnj, for a different project. The Pinas did not stop with Taylor Apartments. Apparently emboldened, they next solicited Barone and Martini to purchase fractional shares of real estate, marketing the investment opportunity as a real estate investment trust, or what would be called a REIT, R-E-I-T. Barone alleges he contacted Casey about the allegations after seeing his name and the Pinas on several social media posts about running a Ponzi scheme, and others claiming they had been robbed. Should the courts rule in favor of the two plaintiffs in the fraud case, they will potentially receive compensatory, consequential, and punitive damages as requested. So now djenvy is pushing back, claiming that he was also wrongly included in the lawsuit merely due to his celebrity status. And the Shade Room reports that he filed a motion in court asserting that he was not involved in the said deal. He believes he should not be held liable for the alleged actions of his former business partners, the Pinas. Social media users had a ball mocking him and saying he looks guilty as F of whatever y'all say he did. And djenvy, he has all of these allegations about him right now, and he's claiming that he was not involved, he was not a partner, but you can listen to those videos that I put in the description box. They have played clips of djenvy speaking about Cesar Pina as his partner, and they are in many videos together. They are promoting the flippingnj project. They have had a very good hand in this together. And I'm not saying that djenvy had an equal stake in what Cesar Pina did, but this isn't just someone who came on the Breakfast Club several times and had the opportunity to share his business. This is someone that djenvy is on record as working with, not just someone that he allowed to use his likeness for the sake of promotion, and he got money to allow his likeness to be used. No, it sounds like they were working on these things together. But now he's trying to say, I wasn't involved. I don't need to be involved in this litigation. I want it to be dismissed against me. But it's really not looking that way. It's not looking good for him. And when he was called out on it by Tony the Closer, he was really trying to remove himself from the situation. And Tony the Closer was calling him out on it. And, one of the reasons why I can't feel sorry for djenvy, not that it even matters, and why I can't give him any grace is because him being a public figure, he should know better than, if he was not involved in something, to have his image and his likeness affiliated with something that he was not heavily involved with, especially something that he really did not vet, right? So with that being the case, that leads me to believe that he was involved in this, even if it wasn't extremely heavy or heavily as the Pinas were involved. It makes me believe he definitely was involved. And so to me, him trying to remove himself from the situation, saying he was also scammed out of $500,000 too. Well, if that were to be the case, why didn't he file a lawsuit against him? Right? His friend and business partner. Why wouldn't you file a lawsuit against him? Especially for that amount of money and knowing all of the implications that are involved, what's going on right now, but you still have yet to file a lawsuit, but you're just saying, well, I was scammed out of money too. I was scammed out of $500,000. No, maybe you did lose that amount of money, but were you scammed out of it is the question, which most do not believe. So it's just making him look extremely arrogant. And again, he wanted to talk about his celebrity status, which is kind of weird. But anyway, his quote unquote, because this is what he said, celebrity status, it sounds to me as if he's trying to use that card in his arrogance to try to get out of something that he should be held liable for.
I want to say, I seen the live that you did, and I thought it was whack. First of all, and I'm going to tell you why I thought it was whack. And you can ask me whatever you want.
All right, let's go.
And the reason I thought it was whack is because you know me. You've been to my seminar.
So, man, like so many people respect your platform. You are a celebrity. You got millions of people that listen to you on a daily basis. You got a partner of yours who is accused of some very serious allegations. Millions of dollars have been alleged to be scammed at this point, right? I want to ask you first.
So there was nothing that you can buy. Now, has anybody ever gave me $1, a dime, a nickel, a quarter, $100, $1,000, $100,000, or $500,000, or $1 million? Not one person. Because I'm making my business not to take money from nobody. And there's nobody on this live, and there's nobody in here that could ever say Envy, they gave Envy $1. I done helped everybody get homes. I done helped over 1,000 people get into homes.
Because the guy last night, he said that he gave Cesar $1 million. When he said he came to the office, you were right there to greet him. He said he felt like you were part of the entire process as far as bringing him into him even deciding to make this investment. He's like, I would never have made $1 million investment if I didn't have DJ Envy co-signing him and telling me that, he's a good dude. And then I come to the office and he's in the exact same office as I'm walking in before we even come to an agreement on the deal. So how do you feel like you play a part in that when an investor feels like, hey, my investment decision is based off the fact that I'm watching you sit in the same office with this guy, right? This guy said he was on his deathbed. He got $1 million lawsuit from a multi-million-dollar lawsuit from almost dying.
Have a conversation with somebody and you decide to do whatever you want to do. That has nothing to do with envy. If Envy said, do this because I said it's cool, that's a different story. If you see Envy's name on a contract, that's a different story. But now it seems like you're fishing for things to put me involved. Just because I'm in an office with somebody else doesn't mean that me and that person is doing anything with each other. Doesn't mean I'm co-signing with anybody. Doesn't mean that at all. And now that person,
you and Cesar from the perspective that you guys are business partners. So, like every time I've ever seen anything with real estate, you guys both do it together.
Like when it comes to Cesar, we've had a conversation, and I spoke to him, and I spoke to Jen, and I told him if he does, and I asked him personally, I said, do you owe people money?
Does he owe you money?
We have an investment together that we're going to sell. He does not owe me money. We partnered up on a property.
Now, did you hear what he said? He said he doesn't owe him money, but now that these lawsuits are going on, he's saying he owes him money too, and he was scammed out of $500,000. So which is it?
Half. It's
Show you money, DJ Envy.
It's cool. Let me tell you.
You and I talked offline, DJ Envy.
No, I'm gonna tell you 100%. No, I'm gonna tell you.
You can't do that, DJ Envy.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. You gonna let me speak or we not?
No, but if we're gonna tell the truth, we gotta tell the truth.
We gonna tell the truth.
Now.
We gonna That's why I was kind of upset when you put out a picture of me and Cesar that DJ Envy's partner owes all this money, and I'm like, damn, my nigga, we spoke last night, and I'm telling you, I would tell you. But, I get it. My name on it is a little you get more clicks and all that.
1,000% it gets more clicks. But that's the same thing you do when you call out real estate investors and then you do a real estate event. That's called marketing, right?
Exactly. So he's allowed not only his image and his likeness to be used, but he also has profited and benefited from it. It wasn't, you can't take the good without the bad. You can't allow your image and your likeness as well as you to be partnered up with this man to get these people to invest, because let's just be clear. The majority of the people who invested with the Cesar Pina and his wife, so the Pinas, the majority of the people that invested with them would not have done it, would not have bought their courses, would not have gone to their real estate conventions or conferences or whatever they're called, if it were not for the proximity of DJ Envy. Listen, I've been to conferences before. I've never been to those, but I've been to business conferences before. And there are definitely sometimes when the conferences, there are speakers that are people you know more than others, and you're excited. It gets you hyped up. And those people are there to sell. Okay? So if you get caught up in the rapture and your emotions get the best of you, which they know a lot of times that stuff happens at those conferences because they got the music blaring. I can only imagine at the conferences that he was having about real estate. He probably, because he's a DJ. I'm not saying he was working the DJ booth or whatever while he was there, but I'm quite sure they had the music playing that was getting people hyped up. That stuff happens no matter what conference you have, but it happens a lot because these people are there to sell, and it helps to play on the emotions and feelings of the people so that they can get them to buy, invest, give. And these people, if they felt like it was going to get them proximity to DJ Envy, oh my God, this man who's on the Breakfast Club, even though I don't feel that he should be even seen as a celebrity, but that's my personal opinion because it's your freaking job. But whatever, I digress. People, they get wound up, they get followers, they see these people, they get to know them, like them possibly, and somewhat trust them, which is what marketing is really all about, especially when it comes to these personalities. So I would call him more of a personality than a celebrity, but I digress. It got more people involved, which in turn got him and Cesar more money. But now he's pissed off that people are including him in lawsuits. They're speaking about him with regards to these lawsuits. They're creating content where they're discussing the alleged scam and the allegations and the lawsuits. He doesn't want his image and likeness to be involved in that, but he allowed his image and likeness to be used when it came to getting the people in so that they can invest. Like, who do you know is just like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. Let me give you $500,000. Like, really? Really? Damn, I would, and I'm not a scammer, and I don't even know how to do that. But it's like, where are these people in my life? Like, you don't even have to give me $500,000, but my God, I for sure would make good out of the money that you would invest in me. I'm saying the money that these scam artists get from people, when that money could be doing so much good in so many other areas. But of course, unfortunately, also the people, they get in a space of greed. So they're thinking, oh my gosh, I can get a 30% return on my investment, which isn't even really realistic if we're honest about investments. But yet and still, people, they want more bang for their buck. They want to get rich quick. They want to get fit fast. You know what I mean? We want, in this microwave society where people want it and they want it now. They don't want to wait, and they want way more than they actually deserve. I'm not saying that the people who lost their money deserve to get scammed, but I am saying that their bad decisions wound them up being in this place, and I don't know if they'll ever get any of their money back, period. Because even if djenvy doesn't get dismissed from this lawsuit, he could just go and file bankruptcy to, protect himself. So it's a horrible place to be. I don't really know what to say about all of it. It really is a lot. I may come back and talk about it more because I've been waiting to talk about it. I just really haven't gotten around to discussing it, guys. So I just had a few minutes and thought I would just share my piece on the situation. Again, I have links in the description box to some videos that breaks this down. And these are just a few videos from a couple of people that I am subscribed to and follow on YouTube that have been breaking all of this down. So I welcome you to go and listen to their content if you have not already heard it yet. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. Let me know your thoughts respectfully in the comment section below. Do you believe that djenvy knew and was well aware what is going on, or is he just an innocent bystander, and his personality and him being this well-known personality has what caused him to get involved in this? Or is it he actually was involved and now he's trying to get out of it? Let me know your thoughts. Guys, thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.